You lost your mind, cause I'll help you.
Hey, what it is though? What's up? It's G.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard?
That's what's up. You hear me? Now, what's the video we coming at them today with?
TL, Sheeple.
Sheeple? What's up with the eyes this time? They white? Yeah, now they white.
We got wires coming out, you know what I'm saying?
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized.
Facts.
That is fat ass, bro.
Facts. They're controlled. It's a control system, like
Yeah,
Absol used to say.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
used to say it all the time. The hell album he had come out that was called The Control System. And it's true. This is a control system, like a controlled experiment. That's why you think, what you think the ghetto is, what you think the hood is, it's a controlled experiment.
Exactly.
They all know what's gonna happen. They set it up this way, they design it this way. But you gotta know this too. The reason why people stay in the ghetto, the reason why the ghetto stays ghetto or dirty or whatever you want to say is because people accepted that as a reality. If everybody decided to clean up their space, take care of their land, their area, even if the properties are not the nicest, you can still bring value to your energy in your neighborhood. You can still bring value to making people feel good about walking home. And they don't see the grass overgrown. They don't see trash in the yard. They don't see, that stuff messes with your mind, first of all. People don't understand, that messes with your mind. So if you come to a house that's cluttered and dirty and things are broken, guess what your energy's gonna be?
You don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys. Find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white.
See, that's crazy. Listen, one thing I say about that, the truth is, even if we weren't necessarily there, the same can be said for the people of the Holocaust. But we sympathize and empathize with them, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, it's like, there was a reparation. They were given money. They were given a payback for that trauma and that pain and suffering. Black Americans we never received anything. And we still, to this day, are critiqued to the highest order, judged to the highest order, put on the highest pedestal, but it's just to tear you down. You know what I'm saying? It's just to tear you down. So, I mean, I get what he's saying because, like, you personally didn't encounter it, but you got to think, it's still, this world's still not clear for us, man. Especially black men and black women, both of us. You can't really be yourself for real, for real. You can't really speak your mind for real, because if you get to a position where you have the finances, even if look at Kyrie Irving, and you have your own stance on something, people are going to tear you down. But guess what they'll do? If you're already in a position where they need you, you can work around it. So you have to get to a position where they need you. Because look what happened. The Dallas Mavericks just took him. Mark Cuban said, all right, I want him. You see, somebody will always take somebody. You got to understand that too. Don't think that everybody's going to be on your side. Because it's not like that.
Who ain't actual Nazis, controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties.
That's a real fact.
That's a real fact.
The news make us hate each other, make more friction become between even the police and black people.
Because
even,
it's nothing but negative on there, bro.
They're supposed to. In their own body.
It'll be like one or two positive things out of 100 stories, bro.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 major networks that control all of that. So this is just, you got to think. It's somebody in there pushing a button and saying, you can do that, but you can't do that. Or you can promote this. You feel me? Like, you seen movies where people show you the people that's kind of sleazy in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
That's real.
It's real.
Movies are a representation of a reality somewhere. So understand that
they just mix it up.
The government even works with movie companies sometimes to promote certain things. What do you think Netflix does? They work together in cahoots to promote agendas. It's an agenda with everything. It's promotion with everything. There's intricacies that they use to manipulate people's minds. And yeah, you probably know I know all this, but it's okay.
Big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds. Big lies, deep on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die.
They take our crime and freedom.
Hey, and can we talk about this too? This song is called Sheeple, and I want to say people are sheeple because what happened to Tyree Nichols when he was just brutally beaten by 5 police officers. on camera, right? And these are African Americans. And there were other police or other people that got involved with this too, but I'm talking about those 5 that I saw, that we saw.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Those men were, the excuse that someone said it was over a girl, over someone's ex-wife that was in the police force.
I seen that.
Now, if that's true, first of all, I just want to say this. Men all over the world need to understand this. You cannot control a woman. You cannot control anybody just by being dominant with your force. That's not how it works. You can beat on somebody every single night. You can do whatever you want to do to somebody, and guess what? You're not God. So stop trying to be God. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
You're not the Punisher. It's so stop, like, that's that sheep stuff, man, for real.
With people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system.
Yeah.
Facts.
We just talked about that, the whole Grammy situation too. That's what they pushing up to the highest right now, and that's true right now.
You have to understand it's deep.
The pronouns of gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions.
It's a class thing. You know,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
always
class.
race, class. It's
Yes.
class, middle class, lower class,
And
upper class.
Yeah.
Middle class gets hit the hardest because middle class has to take care of the lower class and also take the brunt of what the higher class is receiving too with the taxes. So they fuck the middle class. The poor, it's kind of like, you know, and they take care of it, but honestly, it's still kind of, the system is, we'll just say it's kind of fucked up how they do it, and how you have to think about what they do to you. You have to be single in the house as a woman, like, in order to be able to receive the food stamps or the government assistance sometimes. But it's weird because it's like, they don't want a family dynamic to have any type of like source of income together, even if they because even if you have 2 incomes, sometimes it's not enough. So you got to think, like, they still don't want you to have your own personal person to help you. They want you to have to depend only on them.
Right.
So that's what they will do. They won't accept you. You know what I'm saying? They'll check the house to make sure the nigga ain't there type shit. Come on now. This stuff is crazy.
Starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts to a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement.
That's why you watch TikTok videos or whatever you're thinking about or whatever you've said out loud, and the phone has took it in. It's gonna keep replaying those videos. You're gonna be like, why do I keep seeing this stuff about? Why do I keep? And you're gonna keep seeing it in your algorithm. So that's why if you go to my Instagram algorithm, you would see literally quotes, just quotes, different quotes and words. That's the type of person I am. You would think I don't have bitches in there, like bad bitches and all that. And I mean, I watch a little sports on there sometimes. I got a little highlights and stuff. Yeah. But other than that, that's what you would see pretty much. So, I mean, that's what my engagement is towards. So I get it. That's what I see, you know?
We can't be free. Can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep. Blue discreet's just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep.
What movie is that from? I Robot. Yeah. I think it's
I see about the robots. See what they're doing. We got
McDonald's.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Another city that's controlling the whole McDonald's. Ain't no employees.
Ain't no employees, man. That's what's
in the stores.
You want to know? You want to know about that? What's gonna happen? Y'all think it's bad now with jobs? Y'all think it's bad now with, you know, people? Because everybody complained about working at McDonald's our whole lives. Everybody's always saying, "Oh, you don't want to work at McDonald's." But guess what's gonna happen? If the robots take over McDonald's, what's gonna happen to people? People will be in a place where they have to fight or flight, because some people can only work that type of job. Because it's only going to go further than McDonald's. It's going to go further than McDonald's. If it works for McDonald's, people are going to test this out with their own companies, because McDonald's is a large corporation. They have a lot of power and a lot of pull. So people copy them, just like Instagram or Facebook. People copy each other, Twitter. They take things from each other and they try to make their app better by stealing. But they do it because, you know, they know it can get with the times.
Yeah. And also, the movie Terminator, I just seen this the other day. They got a robot that can transform into like water and then change it back to water, bro. Shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, water's alive too, just so y'all know. But also, you see the eyeball on the sky? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But that's really how I feel with the sun.
Yeah.
What do y'all believe? My Sheeple. Nothing's what it seems. Hollywood been writing your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleet, met, cap. They trying to dumb you down. They endorse.
They do endorse it. They do put those words out there because they want people to say them. Because it's showing them one thing. They still have control. That's the main thing. It's about control. They want you to know that they still have this right here.
Exactly.
No matter what you think you got, they got this. And this is the most powerful thing. This inside here. Yeah. Yeah.
But it is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't no.
They do try to manipulate people by just throwing a little black person to somebody inside.
Yeah.
It's just like working a company, you know what I'm saying? They put one black person because they got to reach a quota, because if they don't, they can get in trouble by the, you know what I'm saying? So this stuff is rooted, man. It's not because you know what I'm saying? They have to, sometimes they have to keep you around because they're like, damn, I need a minority. Yeah, you feel me? Like, that's really what it is. For this company. Yeah, and for this show, because people going to look at the show and be like, why are there no black people? Why are there no white people? You feel me? And it's both ways, too.
Yeah, exactly.
You got it.
I'm honest, took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you were a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree.
Used to know it was a target, now it's having two good legs and never taking steps forward. Honestly, I see what he's saying, because people get to this woke because they want social media to feel like they're smart, or they are connected in a different way because it's impressive. They think that they reached another level. I don't know. It's just something to impress people with, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that shit's not fun. Real spiritual stuff, real life, is not always fun. It's not always, yay. Nah, this shit real.
Real life.
I'm talking for real. So you gotta know, like,
For real.
if you think that shit is cool to go, you know, open your third eye or do anything like that, you gotta understand you're falling into a trap because you don't know what that come with. Anytime you open anything in the spiritual world, you open both sides. Understand that.
Free speech, disagree it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but they can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been.
Well, he's right about that in the sense that the Republicans actually did end slavery, which is interesting because most minorities and blacks and we go for the Democratic Party. Why? Why is that? You gotta understand this. With the disconnect that happened between Republicans and black people, financial. Black people don't have the financial support requisite or, you know, support behind them. They don't have it. You know what I'm saying? You should have it. And if you don't have it, they look at you like it's your fault. Which it is your fault in a sense, but you got to understand everybody's situation is different, and growing in life, you go through stuff in a different way and you learn on a different pattern, because if we all learn on the same pattern, what the hell would we have going on out here? Because everybody would be egotistical. Everybody would feel like they know, they're all knowing, and they'll feel like they're bigger than God. They figure out everything. So that would be a lot of problems. So they need, for unfortunately, a lot of people to be robots.
Tough.
And if you're confined to either one, and you believe either one is really for you, then you are a robot.
Size that's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed. Because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. The
problem with our natural immunity is it's free. And the greed, the problem that greed is one of the things that can tear you apart. I've seen it myself when I've done things that I shouldn't have done, knowing that it was being selfish and greedy. That shit never pays off. So I feel you. So you gotta pound the pavement, bro. That's where you get free. That's when you'll be free, because you'll know that you're actually in that position, doing it from a position that is of positivity, so you won't get negative recourse from it. And if
Right,
you do get
right.
negative from it, then you're gonna be like, well, shit. I know that I was standing on 2. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know
Exactly.
what's going on, but I'm
Exactly.
gonna keep rolling. You feel me?
Yeah.
Real talk.
He is broken, want you locked inside a cubicle. Addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful. To tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral.
Tupac's mom said it best. They'll
What's
give you
it?
everything that you want to destroy you.
Yeah, to destroy
To
yourself.
destroy yourself.
All the tools,
This
everything.
is like that song Future say. Tools, I give you tools. That's really what it is. And the tools they give you they want you to be almost involved in yourself in a sense too, to the point you're egotistical too, because then they can also manipulate you.
Right,
So
right.
it's like, you have to understand it's about balance, the yin and the yang energies, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got the yin and the yang energy rolling, then you're going to be rolling on some funeral with people sitting there talking about, oh, I used to, but most people really got to understand this. I'm going to be real. It's very few in my life, you know what I'm saying? So if you talk about me, I mean, I know the truth. I know who really was down for me. So it's like, I don't fall for people, what they say to me.
Yeah, a lot of times it be for attention, make cool, and all that.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Oh,
We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep, who disagrees just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you.
oh, they can't convince you, they confuse you.
Then they want you. I'm dead.
What the nigga? No, for real though.
For real, bro.
For real though. For real. You feel me? Like, come on now.
Race, religion, income, and sex made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense that the
They divide you, box, and make everybody go.
And one thing God is not about is confusion. Anything that is confusing, if you're confused with yourself, think about it like this. That's not of God. You got to think about it.
But to be fair, you know, everybody, you know, got their different beliefs, you know what I'm saying? But the people who do believe in God,
That's
there's
right.
no confusion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
Facts. True that.
other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with.
You ain't lying about that. You need to get with the vocals. You feel me? You got to get with the vocals. When you want to actually talk to people, and you want to go to those rooms and you want them to hear you, you have to be able to articulate what you're saying first of all, but you also have to be knowledgeable in what you're speaking about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, or going to try to press them like they did on the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's not solving anything. What happened? It made you look worse.
Exactly.
I
Because
mean,
look, and when you do something like that, they're just going to promote somebody else.
exactly. But people judge people who protest and judge people who stand outside in the middle of the street trying to block traffic. But if you don't judge those people that went into the Capitol, then you're a hypocrite. Just know that.
Very.
Just know that.
Imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them dot police, now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch.
Hold on. I'll go a little bit off. What'd he say?
Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them dot
Oh, George Orwell.
Yeah.
police, now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you, they don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system.
Mass incarcerations equals capital for cash investors. And you know what else is crazy? A lot of these big companies that are like sports industries and things like that, they work with these prison. They work with them. They work with them somewhere. So money is the biggest thing that speaks out here. So
Money,
just understand money. is what this world is ran on. Money. I mean, we should run it on, you know, they say love, whatever, but people don't love each other. They don't even love themselves. So
yeah. You gotta love yourself for you know what I mean? Each other.
Isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't.
What if we don't have anything to hide? We don't have anything to hide.
But yeah, but they're
Area 51.
Yeah. Hey, y'all seen that? What was it? The 2020 when everybody was trying to break in Area 51, and they like, y'all come cross the line, y'all getting shot up.
This is our government telling us this.
You getting shot up.
We really have. That's why I say you think that. Imagine this is how you feel about Area 51 is how African Americans feel about being in America half the time. You can't really be free.
Exactly.
As free as you are, you're not really free. I'm telling you that.
Nothing to be classified.
Your rights in school, you never learn them at all. Cause they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they.
Facts.
What about the school?
Man, this part right here, let me run it back.
Run it back, bro.
You remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones.
He's saying like going to school, like he can only, like he's the way that they're teaching us is how they're programming and controlling us. You feel me? Like his education system is actually a design superpower. It's a design situation where they want it to be. This is what you need to know. You don't need to know this because if you know this, you may be ahead too early. And we don't want you to be ahead too early. Because if you're ahead too early and all of y'all are ahead too early, you're going to wake up. And if you have a collective consciousness, which we do have, then guess what the collective consciousness would do? It would rise up and it would take over that system and control that system because it would understand that we don't need someone else to tell us what we need to know. In life, you don't need someone else to tell you what you know already. You know. Yeah. It's just you deciding to do it. Like putting your card up at the store when you leave and get in your car. You know that would be disrespectful to you if you worked in that position, so you wouldn't want to do that to yourself. But you do it anyway sometimes, if you do. You see what I'm saying? It's just about what you decide to do. And that's where you find the peace and power.
So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law. We can't be free. Can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep. Lucas Screw's just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? My sheep. Nothing's what it seems.
Hey, tough.
Very.
IRS e-file.
You gotta stop it so many times, man. How tough it was.
Nah, for real. Nice video. I mean, for that point, I ain't trying to make it 30, so we just gonna go ahead and just end it because we did break the lyrics down while we said it. It's the only time we sure.
H-O-G! H-O-G! We go.
I swear to God, man, I ain't never seen it coming. Now this on my cause a nigga trying to get a little money.
Hey, come back.
Hi.